Good evening, I'm Vasilios Bellos. Thanks for joining us. A local homeless outreach organization is responding after some of its clients have been selling the tents they've been provided for shelter. Along with tents, Elevate NWO provides the city's vulnerable with other supplies like food and clothing. Executive Director HarleyDavidson says these items are all given out in good faith.
We give out resources and supplies that people need. What people do with them really is their choice, right? People have given me gifts and people have given me resources that I didn't use for their intended purposes, and I think that that's true of most people.
Govan says the sale of tents has been a topic of discussion amongst those in the community looking to assist the homeless population. Elevate stands by these individuals' rights to do what they please with the supplies they're provided, which the organization says could be used to buy food or pay rent. Govan believes there are bigger concerns in the city related to homelessness.
Why are we nitpicking about whether somebody sold a tent for 20 bucks? Why are we not arguing about the fact that these people don't belong in homeless encampments, they belong in homes of their own? We have to stop fighting over these nitpicky things. We have to start focusing on the real issue, which is housing. Whether you believe what or agree with what brought people to the situation they're in, every one of us agrees nobody belongs sleeping in the bush. Nobody belongs sleeping in a park.
Govan stresses that putting more pressure on the provincial or federal governments for more housing could be a way to ensure fewer people are living outdoors. The Lakehead University Agricultural Research Station invited members of the local agricultural community to its property earlier this week for its annual summer tour. It highlighted experiments the station has been working on, including new crop variations and fertilizers. Jessica Clement reports.
Local farmers and those interested in local agricultural research made their way out to the Lakehead University Agricultural Research Station on Thursday for its annual summer tour. Visitors were able to take a walk through the fields at the station's headquarters in Little Norway Road to see and learn about the new crop variations, fertilizers, and products the station has been testing.
We believe that, as the saying goes in extension, that seeing is believing. Anything these farmers see is good here, so they can take home. They know if something is going good here, because in the same region, same soil, same climate, it will grow good in their fields also. So basically, it's a tool to adopt and spread the technology we develop here.
Dr. Tarlok Singh Sahota, station director, says they have 51 experiments going on in total. This includes testing a new phosphorus fertilizer and measuring greenhouse gas emissions from high-efficiency N fertilizers. He says they also added 16 new crop varieties to their portfolio.
The idea is that if we don't test new varieties, we don't know there's something better than what we are already having. We have to sustain yield. For sustaining yield, that genetics is the one factor, and nutrient management is the other factor. Weather, of course, we can't change, right? So, but at least the things we can control, like the management part and the genetic part, that we try to take care so that we are able to sustain, farmers are able to sustain their yields.
The research station has been assisting Northwestern Ontario's agricultural industry for years. Andrew Breckveld is a farmer at Woodstar Farm out in Murillo. He says the facility is a necessity for the area.
It's allowed farmers to increase their acres of production, increase and involve new practices. Our first trial with fall rye was done with Tarlock. We grew that for a number of years. We did a trial on lentils with Tarlock, and Tarlock was even able to help us source some funding for these trials. It's been a great thing to have this station here.
Jessica Clement, TBT News.
Thunder Bay's newest discount store marked its grand opening yesterday at Grandview Mall. The Red Apple store held a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate. The Red Apple space at the mall was previously home to the Bargain Shop, which is owned by the same company. The rebranded store is meant to bring customers a revitalized shopping experience. The grand opening event included free $10 gift cards to the first 100 customers, as well as cake. Under the new brand, the store has an expanded product line to include brand name clothing, toys, home products, and more. They've also added a section entirely dedicated to candy. Store manager Helena Saramaki says this renovation was a long time coming.
We are the same company, same store, same sale events. very excited. I've waited 12 years for this renovation, and it's finally here.
And the fact that there were this many people lined up around the block to come in it tells you that there's a need for it. So, and everybody's smiling, everybody's happy, and the owners are quite thrilled.
Customers over the weekend have a chance to enter into a raffle to win a $1,000 shopping spree at the new store. Ignace residents and visitors are being asked to stay away from the Amac Lake Dam. Work is ramping up on the $1.2 million rehabilitation needed to keep the dam operating. Work commenced in early July and is planned to last until late August. The project includes replacing loose and deteriorated concrete, 2 aging retaining walls, a new automated water gauge. Work is also being done to secure handrails, modify security fencing, and add closure plates to keep in the fill. Temporary fencing has been set up to ensure safety of the site while construction is underway. Funding for the project comes from a $22 million provincial fund for repair and rehabilitation work at 6 dams in the province. Ignace Mayor Kim Bakery says the town is very happy that the dam is being rehabilitated.
We just found out about that not too long ago, that they are going to move forward in replacing that dam. I can't tell you how many years it's been there, but it's well due, because to control the water in and out of that lake, people will be able to use their lakefront, and there won't be any flooding.
Ignace declared a state of emergency after a spring storm in 2022 when high water levels raised a risk of the Amac Creek flooding and washing away nearby road surfaces. Back here in Thunder Bay, where residents had a chance to test drive numerous Harley-Davidson bike models today as the local dealership hosted its annual demo ride. Every year, the Harley-Davidson Corporation sends a transport truck with the latest models of motorcycles to dealerships all across Canada to give potential buyers the opportunity to try out different bikes before making a commitment. Local riders were taken on a 20-minute test ride and were able to demo as many models as they wanted to. Thunder Bay Harley-Davidson owner Mandy Shatua says she knows a motorcycle can be a big expense, so the event is very beneficial for those who are unsure about purchasing one.
A lot of people start by coming in and looking at the bike and doing the research on the internet. Like, you know, they're expensive, and they're sometimes people's whole lifelong dream is to buy a Harley-Davidson, right? So I feel like, you know, not a lot of people walk in today, try one, and go like, okay, sign me up. Like, a lot of people, it might push them over the edge, or it might just start their journey. And, you know, for us, it's just about giving them that experience and to feel the ride.
This is so fun. I love having the opportunity to try new bikes. It's not a very, normal thing to do that, so it's nice that Harley offers the demo trucks, and they're kind of making their way back too after COVID and stuff. So it's just nice to be able to come, try new things, maybe look at buying a new bike in the future, and you get to test ride it before you buy it, so that's kind of nice.
Thunder Bay Harley-Davidson's next event will be its annual poker run on September 7th. We'll look over to the Olympics now, held in Paris this year, of course, which has long been a city recognized for its fashion sense. And while it looks quite different in the Olympic spotlight, it seems fashion still rules. CTV's Genevieve Boschman has more.
Olympic style has seized the fashion capital of the world. USA! On the chic streets of Paris, flashes of the colors of all countries have found their stride.
I'm often here on business and I don't wear a bucket hat when I'm here usually.
Parisians certainly do not, yet many are sporting the French flag and gear. And the athletes? Well, they're setting trends. U.S. sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson's nails and Canada's beach volleyball looks are a hit. As always, the must-have accessory, though, is a gold medal that never goes out of style. Heritage French fashion house LVMH, behind highbrow luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, reportedly spent nearly $200 million in sponsorship to mix high fashion and sport. It seems that's a look some very stylish Parisians embrace.
Parisian style is like how you feel good in your clothes. We have some really fashion people. You dress how you want to dress.
La mode was always going to be center stage here. After all, this is Paris.
In the U.S., people wear sweatpants and, you know, regular joggers, but here everyone has different fashion sense.
That's well known among fashion-forward Olympic tourists who take a detour down this small Paris street. Recognize it?
Maybe I'm someone who's ready for new experiences.
Emily! This is one of the backdrops to the hit series Emily in Paris, in which fashion takes a starring role. No wonder, say fans, it's set right here.
The people in Paris, they're amazing. Like when it comes to fashion.
The City of Love long ago earned this fashion-forward reputation. This is a depiction of style from July 1864. The fan is still in style today, a fan favorite. A hot Olympic items in Paris these days thanks to a heat wave that crashed into the games. And many are planning to pack up some of that fashion sense and bring it home in their suitcases. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Paris.
And we're now joined by sports anchor Nev Van Pelt. Nev, I was trying to fashion myself a cute little transition over to sports. I couldn't think of one. Let's keep it simple. Today is the final day of the Baseball World Cup here in Thunder Bay.
It sure is. The medals were out, and we'll have those highlights for you after the break.